Hello everyone, and welcome to Planet Zoo's newest DLC edition, the North American Pack, where we are now swimming with beavers! You guys! Finally, my favorite animal out of all of the Zoo Tycoon 2 animals that I ever got to play with, the beaver! The most humble, amazing, industrious rodent in the entire world with their glorious teeth, their habit of eating trees! Of course, I would love a creature that literally eats trees, and their complex family social groups. Oh my goodness, you guys, it's the beavers! I am so happy right now! They are a keystone species throughout so much of the world. These little guys are responsible for building up beautiful expanses of wildlife, for keeping deserts, even as far as Arizona, filled with water. They can change the world in one humble, adorable little package. I love them so much. But welcome, you guys. So today the North American pack has come out, and with it has come a flurry of new animals. I feel like we got more large new animals than usual, and the American bullfrog, which we will be checking out in just a moment. But I had to take just a moment to just look at him. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Look at that tail. Where are you going, little friend? Are you looking for trees to chew? I definitely need to make sure that these guys have trees to chew, because that's actually part of our challenge here in this brand new North American Scenario Zoo. It's a tiny little zoo that doesn't have a lot of funding and doesn't have a lot of animals, but it is doing its best to try to take care of the animals that it does have, to educate its guests, and to try to keep that animal welfare pretty high. Oh, the moose! Oh my gosh, they are so much bigger than I thought they were going to be. I think I'm always going to say that about a moose. No matter like the circumstances, no matter how I meet them, if I see them in real life, if I see them in a picture, I feel like that's a consistent theme for my reply to seeing a moose, is that they are much bigger than I thought they were going to be. Look at you, buddy! Wow! Oh my gosh, I can't believe we have moose now too! The noble moose is actually a creature I have never seen in real life. It's actually very rare for them to ever end up in some sort of zoo or in some sort of rehabilitation facility, because they are exceptionally difficult to feed. They're also very large, they're very strong, and they have a habit of being able to break out of things they don't want to be in, but they also love eating primarily like aquatic plants. And for some reason, their diet has just been very difficult to mimic, so not a lot of zoos or like rescue organizations keep moose around. Willoughby! Oh my gosh, what a cute name for a moose. And he's very bored. All right, friends, welcome to what I have renamed the Blue Ridge Wildlife Center. It is known as like the Timberson Wildlife Center. If you go into your scenarios, you can now find it once you plunk the North American Animal Pack down and out of your Steam library into your game. I am so in love with this because it reminds me so much of my home. See this, guys? See this beautiful North American scenario that we have now been given? It is actually based off of one of my favorite places in the world, and the place where I, your Seri, fell in love with Chips and met him for the first time, the Appalachian Mountains, which is the Blue Ridge Mountain Range in North Carolina. And this scenario is actually set off of the Blue Ridge Mountains! Oh my goodness! If you guys want to see some of the amazing times I have had in the Blue Ridge Mountains, the animals that we have found, if you really want to see baby Seri just wandering around and slowly but surely falling in love with Chips, you can check out my vlogs both here with our main channel as well as my vlog channel, and you can see some of this place brought to life. In fact, now I want to see if I have some good videos that I have just been like sitting on that I can share with you guys, because the Blue Ridge Mountains are one of the like homes of my heart. It's where I fell in love with Chips, and now I get to have such a place that matters so much to me represented in the North American pack, which I am so grateful and happy about. However, I will add a little caveat. The North American pack is actually meant to be a road trip pack that covers all of North America, because I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to let you in on a little secret, tell you guys the truth. There's no Californian sea lions. There are no Californian sea lions in the Blue Ridge Mountains. But we have them here, you guys. We have Californian sea lions. Oh, look, they have a little kayak that's sunk to the bottom. That is so ridiculously cute. We've got Californian sea lions, and we have also got another one of my favorite animals, another animal that has a complex family social group, the prairie dogs. Yes! I was hoping we would get prairie dogs after we got meerkats, and prairie dogs are also a very vital species to the North American landscape because all of the miles of tunnels that they make actually end up providing protective homes for so many species. And believe it or not, the presence of prairie dogs in a prairie expanse actually helps to retain water to nourish all of the plants in that area. Their homes that they dig underground end up becoming little reservoirs of water when the tunnels flood. Sucks for the prairie dog, but it helps out the entire ecosystem because it helps to retain water in the soil versus it just like draining off. So that's why in places in like the Southwest where they've eliminated tons of prairie dog colonies and killed them by like the hundreds so that we could have more cattle ranching areas because their holes can trip cattle up and break their legs like that. Like, look at that little hole. He just dug a fresh little hole. That's so freaking cute. But these holes can trip cattle and break their legs. So cattle ranchers kill prairie dogs like by the hundreds. And then the grass actually ends up drying up because without their little tunnels, you don't have the irrigation system, the complex irrigation system underground that retains the water and keeps the soil healthy. So prairie dogs, they're a must to just keep those prairies alive. I love them. They're another keystone species like the beaver to me. Oh, they're so cute. And we also have prairie dogs are not in the Blue Ridge Mountains, by the way. But we do have another beautiful creature. If I can find this very okay, American alligators, not in the Blue Ridge Mountains, but they are in North Carolina where I live. We have the American alligator! About time! They are exceptionally populous throughout North America. I have seen many of them over the years. Hello, lovely. And they are much smaller than the American crocodile. So oh, you're so tiny, look at you. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, I thought this was like the normal size lily pad for a second, so I was like, did they give me a baby? Look at you. So the American alligator, a very important addition, a very historic addition if you go by like the fact that it's one of the oldest species on the entire planet that is still kicking around, to the North American ecosystem. And we've also got our moose, we've got our prairie dogs, we've got our sea lions, we've got our beavers, and we have one very shy animal lurking somewhere around here. Let me see if I can find him. We have our cougar. There he is. Oh, look at him go. Oh my gosh. We have our cougar. And I have indeed seen cougars in person before. They are one of my favorite big cats to actually find. They are native to the Blue Ridge Mountains, but I have never seen one alive in the mountains. I saw one after, unfortunately, had been hit by a car, but that was proof of concept that sure enough, somewhere out there are these amazing big cats just waiting. Well, they're not going to want to be found, but living somewhere in the Blue Ridge Mountain, contributing their part to the ecosystem. And as far as I'm aware, very rarely ever. Oh, a cat in a box! Cat in a box! Oh my gosh, that was so cute! I love it! Oh my gosh, that was adorable! But just contributing their little bit to the ecosystem as well. So look at all of these animals, you guys! American alligator, the black-tailed prairie dog, Californian sea lion, the cougar, the moose, the North American beaver. I'm so happy. And, of course, hiding over in an exhibit here, the humble American bullfrog. Let's zoom in on him for just a second, shall we? Yes, look at you. Glory, grace. I wonder if we kiss him, if he actually turns into a prince. Anybody want to give him a little kiss? Because I'm pretty sure... Oh, look at him! Look at him! I'm pretty sure you could do it. And yes, I have found many bullfrogs over the years, and mini frogs. That was actually my favorite thing to do during the spawning season, was go out to the creeks and lakes around our home in the Appalachian Mountains, because it would just be exploding with noise and sound as all of the frogs let out their best croaks to try to attract mates and to go ahead and make a bunch of baby tadpoles, which I thought was amazing. And look at your little lily pad. Oh, you guys. guys, this is gonna be so much fun. I can't wait to really do our best to get this little zoo up and off its feet. And thankfully, I believe you can now save your scenario zoos to turn into franchise zoos. So once we manage to beat the scenario that we are currently working on, I thought we were working on a scenario. Maybe I didn't like make it correctly? I'm pretty sure we were working on a scenario, like get all of our species habitat welfare all the way up. I'm pretty sure that's what we were doing. But okay, we'll go ahead and we'll try to make this place like a higher star zoo. And we'll go ahead and try to get all of our animals healthy, happy, making sure that they're really thriving. And then we might move this over into a franchise so we can do challenges and things when the time comes. But for now, to the beavers! They're definitely the ones that I want to spend a whole honkin' bunch of time with. Wow, this place is actually pretty huge. We might be able to put in several more animals. A big river, too. Wow, and a lot of ponds. I think that indicates that I should have mini beaver colonies. But alright, so we need to get our animals. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, normally there's like a scenario timer, but I guess not in this one at the moment. Habitat species welfare. So we need to get the welfare up to 79. So I noticed the beavers are bored. We can't have bored beavers. That's just not the way things work. Oh, I wonder if we have... Maybe we don't have the research done. Do we need a beaver researcher in order to go ahead and give our beavers the enrichment that they deserve? Alright, blueprints off for just a second. And then let's go ahead. And we want the North American beaver. Alright, North American beaver. Got it, got it. Oh, underwater plant feeder. Oh, but I don't think we have all of the things that beavers could be entertained by. So we need a beaver researcher. Yes, I'm so excited. All right, first things first though. Let's wiggle under. Oh, look at him swim. Okay, and we'll put in an underwater plant feeder right here. I wonder how this is gonna work. Like, I guess a keeper is gonna come and try to take care of it, but this may take a hot minute. I love beavers because they actually pull trees underwater. They take branches and trees, and the ones covered in leaves, they'll pull underwater and store into kind of like a little plant pantry. And that keeps the leaves from like disintegrating very quickly. So that will actually let them eat fresh leaves all through the winter. Beavers are so awesome! And look at this cool dam that got built! Oh, I want to build something like this so badly. Can I just go ahead and save it as a blueprint? I'm just going to save this whole thing as like a beaver blueprint. Beaver dam. Alright. Yay! A lovely beaver build. There we go. And then, let's see, North American beaver. This is just a nice decoration for the North American beaver that I want to be able to plunk down like all over the place. What? The species tags haven't been upgraded for it yet. At least one species. But where's my north? Oh, there it is at the very bottom. Alright, got it. Create blueprint. Blueprint tag. All right, this would be a scene. There. All right, yes. Okay. So we need a beaver researcher, it seems. Do we have a vet? Let's see. We have an educator. Do we not have, oh, we have one vet. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and find Winford over here and give Winford a new name. So Winford, let me pull up our wonderful patron list, our fantastic list of patrons, and this is going to be Sam! Alright, Winford, you're getting a new name. I have no idea where you just went, but you're going to be Beaver Researcher Sam. Alright, where is Beaver Researcher Sam? And then it seems that Sam is actually concerned about some things. Let me mark Sam's name off of our list of amazing patrons who keep all of these adventures going and possible. And Sam, you have some concerns, some thoughts? Recent thoughts. The drinking water in the North American beaver habitat needs cleaning. Okay, noted! I will work on that, Sam. Also, Sam, since you apparently are capable and you enjoy the beavers, let's go ahead and get Sam researching North American beavers. Alright, we'll start breaking through in on that so that hopefully we'll be... Oh, look, it's another dam! Oh, it's so cute! Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Alright, there we go, there we go. Alright, so apparently we need to like keep all the water clean. So let's make sure that we're working on that too. Because I don't want all of our animals getting sick. Oh, whoa, okay. No animals are in here, right? Because that would be really bad. Okay, no animals in here. Oh, I love how this cave was made. What? I am so going to use this as inspiration. Just a bunch of nice rocks and some little ivy hanging down to make like a water mount, like a little water cave over here. Beautiful. I kind of want to put like a black bear or I don't think we have black bears, but I want to put like a bear over here. Because bears are also black bears native to the Blue Ridge Mountains, so that would be kind of fun. All right. Yeah, the beaver's water seems fine. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, all of the water, what? We've just been handed like the cleanest, tidiest, nice little scenario zoo. Lovely. I think this is just like the color of the water. Yeah, the cleanliness is 100%. And then we're gonna name this beaver pond. There we go. I should name some of these beavers after you guys. Yeah, let's do that real quick. All right, let me see. Do I have, dun 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 dun. All right, let me have you guys look at a beaver while I go ahead and pull up the toy enrichment. You guys are getting hungry? Don't worry, little friend. I'll bring you food soon. We'll get a new keeper down. We'll make sure that keeper can access these guys. And then let me pull up our last Planet Zoo video and use those comments in our random comment generator so that you guys can become beavers. Oh, my favorite animals, one of them, for sure. All right, here we go. So now we're going to go through the little family and we're going to name this beaver Cass after Cassidy. And Cassidy, I'm so glad you're enjoying our adventures together and loving our wolf quest. We're keeping those going too. And then we're going to come over and this is going to be Janelli. Janelli, thank you for letting us know that foxes can indeed climb. And I forgot about the last, see, we've got so many new animals. I forgot about the Arctic fox. You guys, we need to absolutely get this Arctic fox in here. Here, we're gonna go ahead and adopt it now. And then we need to build an Arctic fox area and add in the Arctic fox very soon. I promise we're gonna be working on that too. First things first though, we need to name this beaver family and make sure that they have something to eat. Also, it looks like there's a bunch of holes like in their barriers and people are complaining about the views. So we're gonna need to do a little bit of work. All right, then we also have a male over here. He's quite old. We need to get him some toys. And we're gonna name this guy. So we're actually gonna go ahead and name him Fox after a random fox. Oh, I'm so glad that you are very, very excited about all the foxes added into Planet Zoo, a random fox. Could you guys like let me know why foxes are your favorite animals? Like those of you, or whatever, if you have an animal username, I would love to know like why you love that particular animal. That always makes me happy to hear why people are inspired by the things that they are. Also, Sophia is going to be renamed to Emma. Emma, thank you so much. It looks like you're one of the children of the main two beavers. And then, let's see, we're going to find this boy right over here. And this is actually going to be E. Just E. Like just the name E. We're going to name you just E. There we go. So that I know it wasn't a mistake that I wrote that. But E, you say, how did I keep it together during a bison run-in? It was really easy because the bison care less about, like they could not care less about you in Yellowstone. The bison are busy eating like the grass. You still want to give them a huge berth. You want to make sure they have all of their own space. But the bison were completely fine when we went to Yellowstone. It was the people who were real dum-dums and trying to get way too close to them. All right, so now we've got just E, we've got Emma, we've got Janelli, and I think we've got one more female right over here. And we're gonna go ahead and pull up, oh, I love this. Look at her. Look at her. Oh my gosh. She's so cute. I love that we're swimming with beavers. I love that we're swimming with beavers so much. And this is actually going to be Foxy after Fox of Flanders. Oh my gosh, what is the name for a group of foxes? Because I'm pretty sure that all of y'all like have made a skulk. It's a skulk, right? A skulk of foxes in our comment section with so many of you guys loving foxes. Oh, that's fantastic. But all right, now that we have taken care of that, let's make sure that these guys can actually get something to eat. And since we're going to be plunking down, where is my habitat entrance? Where? Oh, where? Ah, right over here. So let's plunk down like a cute little cabin, like a tiny little one. And we'll get a keeper over here. And then next time we'll dig through and we'll see what kind of new plants we might have just waiting for us. Let's see. Is there a new theme? for the North American pack? North Africa. Would it be under content pack? Let's check. North American pack. There is not a new theme for the North American pack because this one I think was much more heavily based on all of the different animals instead. Because I feel like we got a few more animals than we usually do for these packs. Is it just going to be the boring normal keeper hut? I really wanted to do like a cute cabiny keeper hut. This one? You know what? This one's going to have to do because I don't want to put down like a boring normal one. I wanted to do a cute one. Now let's see if I can make this happen. And look. Alright. Now can I make the terrain? Oh, we've got new features as well. Like, we should be able to really move the plants around now. Whoops-a-dips. We should be able to have a lot more fun with plants. We should be able to go ahead. Will that help me out? A little bit. A little bit. We should have more randomness with our plants when we're putting them down now. So we should be having quite a bit of fun. Alright, there we go. Terrain tools have been changed with the update, and there's now talking point areas that you can like block off. But I literally haven't messed with any of that at all because I've been too busy having fun with the beavers. There we go. That makes me happier. Alright, and then let's see. Does this have a work zone? We're gonna make our own work zone. We're gonna be really... Oh, there's no work zones. No wonder all of the staff are like, help, help. This is gonna be just beavers. There we are. And then how many staff members do we have? Let's check. We've got only 2 keepers. Oh no! Alright, well we've only got 2 keepers, so we're gonna go ahead and hire a new one. And this is actually going to be keeper. Let's get on down in here. This is going to be Sophia, another one of our amazing patrons who make all of these adventures possible. And she's going to be beaver tree surveyor. Sophia! Welcome, welcome! You're going to be assigned over here to the Just Beaver zone, and we're gonna keep her, we'll train her a little bit. There we go. And I'm gonna need, oh, we need to give her a little rest area. Or else then we're gonna have another mess on our hands. So hang on one second. Where is a good staff room that we can get? Why can I not have cute little cabiny staff rooms? That's what my heart wanted. I can have this big old zoo center, but I can't have a cute cabin staff room. Sigh. We'll have to plunk down this is just a temporary staff room, okay? We're having to make accommodations work. And we'll scooch it back a little bit. Just a temporary accommodation until we're able to go ahead and sort things out. There we go. Hopefully the guests won't complain too much about that. I imagine that as like a mobile trailer that we just plunked down. Alright, just beavers. We're gonna add to that. Wait, is this a staff room way over here? I'm gonna feel like... Oh, this is a staff room way over here! And that's where the beavers were getting fed. Oh my gosh. Shh. I know how we're gonna fix this. We only have a little bit of money, so hang on guys. I'm gonna see how far back... Can I fix my mistake? Can I make this... Can I... Oh, you guys! Okay, hang on! Look! A Seri hack, and also a lesson in that you should check where all of your facilities are before you're silly like Seri. But we're gonna come in. We're gonna remove that. Animal has not escaped. You all need to calm down. We're gonna come over here. And actually, you know what? I feel like we need to move this path closer. People are complaining about the view to the beavers, right? Well, we're gonna fix that because while we're doing this, let's actually edit the barrier. We're going to yoink this. Like if people want to see beavers, I will give them beavers. Because I love the beavers. Alright, I wish we could make this kind of... Okay, you know what? Installing a wood log for a beaver habitat, probably not my brightest idea. So we're gonna just not do that. Because I'm pretty sure we would have our escapee beavers pretty quickly. Alright, we're gonna yoink this much closer. There, now you guys can't complain about that. And we're gonna, well, you know what? I probably need a good not wood habitat gate. So that we just don't have like a bunch of escaping beavers all of a sudden. And I still feel like area is really far away, to be honest. And I feel like this area now could definitely use some wonderful TLC. All right, how can I get you? Here we go. Obstructed my foot. Come on. Give me beautiful views of beavers. Beautiful, pristine views of beavers. Okay, if you won't... Oh, fine. Look, that's fine. Okay, there we go. Up, 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 up. All right, we're doing good, guys. Yay! Beaver Plaza underway! Ta-da! And then we'll come on in and... Ooh, a glass habitat gate. That sounds pretty. That sounds a lot prettier than the other ones we were working on. All right, is this now the beaver pond again? Beaver pond. There we go. All right, animals have no longer escaped. Oh dear. Oh no. Really? Just because I wanted to change the habitat gate? Look, they're all inside the pond. Okay, good, they're there. I was really worried about that for just a second. All right, work zones, just beavers. Ta-da! Ta-da-da-da-da-da! There we go. Do we still have our new staff member or did... There's our beaver researcher. Oh, she's preparing food. I'm so proud. You go get that food for those beavers. Good job, Sophia. But all right, guys. Yay! We're doing it. We've got our beavers going. Hopefully we've got people like much closer so they can actually see what the beavers are doing. And it seems that we actually have... Oh dear. It seems we have a lot that... Oh no! Oh no! It seems we have a lot we need to get on because our animals are starving. All right, we need to address that next time. But all right, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. If you guys could, do please consider subscribing to join us on this and literally thousands more. And if you would like to, oh, well, you guys know what to do. If you'd like to join us on this and thousands more, do please consider subscribing and leave a like for our little beavers if you would enjoy that. But all right, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.